Thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. Today we'll be looking at Brigade Games Miami Boss. And this is for their Drug War Z line. And as you'll find, it has a striking resemblance to a character from a movie carrying his little friend. Maybe, came to the United States, became a drug boss. A little tight fit in there. But he's got his M16 with underslung grenade launcher and his angry expression and a nice dapper suit without tie. But looking at the mold lines, we'll probably have to clean out. Wherever you see like this triangle of body and two arms, we're probably going to have a little flash between the weapon and the body. So we'll try to clean some of that out. Otherwise the mold lines look good. Not a lot of flash to clip off. And my favorite thing is no obvious mold line through the hair, because that would show up in the paint job whether I left it or cleaned it off. Alright, so let's get this guy cleaned up, mounted properly, and see how he compares to the rest of the collection. So, finished cleaning up and mounting the Miami Drug Boss with his little friend there. And what I like about this is the slot goes all the way across the base, so not a lot to plug up. But the reason I bought him was to go with some of my existing miniature lines, so let's use Studio Miniatures. Fits in with the 80s, 90s theme. Fits in perfectly. Same height, build of the miniatures and of the weapon systems, so real seamless fit. It also works well with Funky Skull Games and North Star's line there. Similar build and thickness on the weapon systems. They're all metal, so it makes sense. It even works with Anvil Industry, which I use whenever I got to customize a loadout on a model. So similar, Anvil Industry does a 28mm heroic, so the weapons are thicker and bulkier, which works with the Miami Drug Boss. Now, Spectre Miniatures, this is an example of a 28mm true scale, so it's going to come in taller, slimmer on the weapon system. But with this model, the slimness in the body frame actually works. Alright, let's see how this guy looks with some of my existing terrain. So I have the Miami Boss and his little friend on the table here, and this is some terrain tiles I made. You can see the terrain. I primarily use MCP for urban games, which I prefer. So you get the trash can and the bodega and the lamppost in the car. So at 40mm, this stuff still works at 28 very well. That's why I like using it. And I threw in a die-cast car that I bought at a grocery store for $5. Those cars are a touch big for 28mm, but at the price, they're a good price. Way cheaper than this car. So you can see this model fits in with my terrain, my existing collections of modern miniatures. So at $7, he's one of the pricier ones, but if you're trying to harken back to that movie aesthetic, he's a must-have. He's going to be a special character, a one-off, so $7 makes sense. Alright, well, thank you for joining us at Miniature Wargaming Labs, and we'll see you next time.